Today we're going to work on another skill of the DBQ as we build towards the actual test. Today's skill that we're going to work on is full body paragraphs. I thought you guys did a great job with thesis statements last time, and we're ready to move on to the next skill. Ignore this is a different calendar, but we are going to be working on contextualization. We've done that. Thesis statements was next, and then today is going to be full body paragraphs. So I'm just going to take you through this assignment because I feel like it needs a little bit of explanation, and I also want to guide you and let you know what I was thinking when I wrote the example body paragraph. Maybe if you can realize the process that I went through to write one, you could try to go through a similar process on this activity today, and then hopefully it carries over to the actual test here in a few weeks. So let's take a look first at the directions. And so what I'm going to do, as I say here in the directions, is I'm going to give you a DBQ question, and I'm also going to give you the thesis statement. And it's going to respond directly to that question. I'm also going to only give you 2 documents, or maybe 3, that go together and form one of the arguments from that thesis statement. Okay, so I'm not going to give you all 5 docs, I'm just going to give you a couple. They're going to go with one part of my thesis, so your job is to figure out which part they go with, and then it's to write the body paragraph. Okay, this is assuming that your DBQ might have 2 body paragraphs, that maybe the documents that you're going to see, the 5 docs, are going to be 2 with that show one part of the thesis, and then maybe 3 that go towards the other part of the thesis. You'll see. So the 3 things that you're going to do: first, you're going to analyze the provided document set and try to figure out which part of the argument that these particular documents go towards. Then you're going to actually write that body paragraph. You want to start with a topic sentence that ties right back to the thesis. This is really important, and a lot of you are still working on this part. Also, using specific info from the documents to support that argument. Then finally, number 3 is I want you to try HAP. That is normally most of you do point of view. And I want you to try it on one of the documents only and place it where it belongs in the body paragraph. So that's the assignment. Let me give you an example of one. Okay, and I picked a thesis that you're unlikely to see, well, maybe, but it's actually a prompt rather, and it's about COVID-19. So the prompt is to evaluate the extent to which COVID-19 has negatively impacted the global economy. So as I read the thesis, I'm going to quickly make sure that I know that this is an economic thesis. I want to stay with economy, and it wants to know the impact or the effect of COVID-19 on the economy. And it's one of these: evaluate the extent to which. Okay, so here's my thesis. Although the coronavirus pandemic has resulted in significant loss of jobs and wealth around the world, for some specific industries, the coronavirus outbreak has actually proved a major economic positive. So, remember, I wrote my thesis after I read all the docs. So now we're kind of reverse engineering this thing. You could figure out that probably of the 5 documents I'm going to read, some of them talked about a significant loss of jobs and wealth, but others probably talked about a major economic positive that this coronavirus has been to them. So probably I read the 5 documents, I saw that a couple were positive and a couple were negative, and so I wrote my thesis to try to incorporate both sides, which you can, because it's an evaluate the extent to which question. So you can talk about, well, it was a little bit of this, but a little bit of that. All right, so that's my thesis. Now, let's take a look at the 2 documents here that I chose. So remember, this is from a full set of 5, but just to illustrate and help you practice body paragraph writing, I just picked 2. So first is document 3. Kroger sees March identical store sales jump 30% due to coronavirus. This is from the Supermarket News on April 1st, 2020. By the way, this stuff is not made up, as you probably have already guessed. So it says, with Americans stocking up stay at home during the novel coronavirus pandemic, the Kroger Corporation, America's largest grocery chain, reported a 30% surge in identical store sales for March. So already we know this is going to be an economics positive argument. It goes on to say Kroger announced the sales jump Wednesday as part of a business update on the impact of COVID. Also Tuesday evening, the Cincinnati-based supermarket giant unveiled a hero bonus for all hourly frontline workers, plus extended benefits and support amid the health crisis. Now remember, I'm highlighting all the positive things now that this is done towards the economy. That's where this is going to fit in my thesis. We are seeing strong sales and at the time investing in our business to support our customers and associates through the uncertainty. Kroger said customer behavior began changing in the last few days of February as shoppers began stepping up purchases of sanitizer, cleaning products, water, paper goods, boxed meals, and health-related products in preparation for hunkering down at home. The company then saw a significant greater lift in sales at retail, physical stores, and through digital channels in March, with identical supermarket sales, excluding fuel, trending at about 30% year-over-year growth. All right, so I know how that one's going to fit. Let's look at document 4. 15 small businesses thriving during coronavirus. U.S. Chamber of Commerce, April 7th. With the spread of coronavirus fears around the country, it should come as no surprise that professional cleaning services that sanitize offices, restaurants, and homes are in high demand. Cleaning companies such as Columbus, Ohio-based Corporate Cleaning said demand has increased substantially for commercial buildings and medical facilities in light of COVID. We've never experienced anything like this before in our lives. Sorry, this is also an economics good. And especially not in our business, said Crystal Huey, co-owner of Corporate Cleaning. A lot of people are counting on us being smart and keeping them safe. Unistar Cleaning Service in Manchester, New Hampshire, has had business pick up so much that they've hired several additional workers. Our clients want more frequent deep cleaning, Unistar co-owner said. We are hiring to make sure we can deal with the demand. All right, so I've got 2 documents here, both of which show positive impacts on the global economy. Okay, so this is going to be for this part of my thesis right here, right? All right, so now the activity today is to write the body paragraph with these 2 documents in it. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go down and show you that body paragraph, and I'm going to talk you through it. How did I write it, okay? Because I want you to copy it. Copy my method as you write your own today for practice. So first it says the coronavirus has also had a surprising benefit on certain industries who've managed to profit throughout the pandemic. So because I use the word also here, you can probably guess that this is the second paragraph, right, or the second body paragraph. I bet you my first body paragraph in this DBQ was probably about all the negative impacts that it had, and it used the other 3 documents, right? So this one is, because I use the word also, it's a transition word that lets you know that this is my second body paragraph. Now, my second body paragraph topic sentence is crucial, guys. It had a surprising benefit on certain industries who've managed to profit throughout the pandemic. That topic sentence should directly relate to your thesis, okay? And now this part of my thesis. You can actually use some of the same words, but the topic sentence has got to set up the paragraph. You could even say in that first topic sentence, as seen in documents, what are we doing, 3 and 4? Yeah, as seen in documents 3 and 4. That would not be a bad idea. Now, watch how I build this paragraph, okay? Industries that people depend on to survive have been declared critical and allowed to stay open, even as the majority of the economy has been shut down. Amongst these critical industries, the grocery industry specifically has seen its sales skyrocket as people have rushed to hoard food and stock up in anticipation of shortages. So that was me sort of summarizing in a way what document 3 says. The largest grocery retailer in America, Kroger, has even seen its sales rise by 30% from the previous month, Doc 3. So there's my specific evidence from document 3 to show the economy is improving in certain industries, in this case, the grocery industry. In addition to food retailers, I love transitions, the cleaning industry has also seen market demand for its services rise substantially, to the point that many small cleaning companies have even begun hiring additional employees, Doc 4. My specific evidence right out of Doc 4. The fact that the cleaning industry is hiring in response to increased demand is especially significant given that the majority of industries in America at this time have begun furloughing or laying off workers, and unemployment claims have skyrocketed. Bonus points if you could tell me what this is. I will pause. What am I doing here? That's right, I am doing evidence beyond the documents because I'm just that good. Okay, and there's nothing in the docs about furloughing or laying off workers or unemployment claims skyrocketing. I brought that in because I know that. I have that outside evidence. Now, you don't have to do that. That wasn't one of the 3 parts of the assignment, but I just wanted to show off. All right, now here comes my HAP. Are you ready? So let's see how I do with this. Because the source of document 4 is the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and their job is to represent the United States economy in the best possible light, they may have been exaggerating the number of businesses which are thriving to make the U.S. look good and improve people's optimism, thereby improving the economy even further. Okay, so because the source is a blank, and here's their stake, their job is to represent the U.S. in the best possible light, they might be, and here's the key word, exaggerating the number of businesses to. Why? To make the economy look good and improve the economy even further. All right, so there's my body paragraph. That's how I've done the assignment. Your job now is to try that. I've given you 3 opportunities. Here is the first one. There's the prompt. There's the thesis. There are 2 documents. There's a space where you write your body paragraph. Here's number 2. Here's the thesis. There are the 2 documents. 3 shorter documents. There's where you write your body paragraph. And then a 3rd one about the global flow of silver. There's the thesis. There are 1, 2, 3 documents, and there's your body paragraph. All right, because you sat through this long video and watched me scroll and probably got a little seasick, I'm going to give you a little benefit now. If you made it this far and you're listening to my voice, all you have to do is 2 of those 3. So do 2 of those 3. I've given you 3 prompts, thesis, documents, and body paragraph boxes. You do 2 of those 3. Okay? And that will be full points for me. You pick out whichever ones you want to do. But that's what you're going for, and that's the process that you use. Okay, good luck. Please send me a message. If you have any questions, we can have a Zoom conference, one-on-one. We can just text back and forth, whatever you want to do. But I want you to do really well. This is the key to 4 at least of those points, maybe even 5 on that rubric. So this is really important that you can write one of these.